Hello, everybody. I hope you're having an amazing Saturday. Thank you for coming to hang out and get some reading done with me. Let me know down below in the comments, what are you guys reading tonight? I have so many books I need to tackle, and I'm so confused on what I want to read. So I have A Crafter Quilts a Crime by Holly Quinn. This is a really fun, crafty, cozy mystery. It's like a quilting shop. So I'm part of the way through that and really enjoying it. On page 236, so that's pretty good so far. I might read that, but I'm also kind of in the mood to read a thriller. So I was thinking about I Can Be a Better You by Taryn Fisher. I haven't actually heard anything about this. Let me know if any of you have read this. Also, is this like a fig that's on the cover? Because I don't know what the significance of that is. I think it's a fig. But I'm curious. I'm really curious. So let me know. What are you guys reading? How has your Saturday been? We've had a pretty chill Saturday. Overall, just did like some household chores. I had a hair appointment and I got a new tea. It's delicious. It's the Republic of Teas brand, and it's called Peppermint Bark. And it's a peppermint tea with like cocoa, and it has like a very sweet undertone, and it's so delicious. It's so satisfying and sweet, and it tastes like a dessert, and it is absolutely so good. If you like minty teas, but you also like a sweet tea, this is like the perfect holiday tea. And that's by the Republic of Tea, and I'm just loving that. I have that in my little tea mug here with a bit of honey because I still have a little bit of a sore throat still from strep. Like I don't know. I feel great otherwise, but my throat still gets a little bit hoarse more than it usually does. But let me go ahead and pop up some of these comments. Let me know what you're reading. I'm so excited to hang out tonight. Hi, Tiffany. I hope you're doing well. Hello. Happy Saturday to you as well. I hope you're doing okay out there. I know you're kind of in the area with the hurricane going on, so I'm keeping you in my thoughts. I hope everything is still well. Storm says, hello. Hi, Storm. I hope you're doing well. Let's see, Tiffany says, I think I'll be wrapping up Ask Me No Questions, the second book in the Hometown Hardware Cozy Mystery Book series by Paula Charles. Ooh, I saw you. I think you were posting about that on Instagram, and I really want to pick up that series now. It looks really cute. It's a theme I never thought about, but it looks really good. So let us know how that is, but I'm really excited to check that out. Erica says, hello, lovely. Thank you. I'm currently trying to finish Crime and Poetry by Amanda Flower and loving it. That is amazing. I really love Amanda Flower. She is so good. I want to read, is it her Farm to Table mystery series? I would really like to get to that. Or not Farm to Table, is it Farm to Trouble? I don't know if I'm thinking of the series or the first book in the series, but that one, I really want to get into that one. I hope she comes out with more in her Emily Dickinson series. I really like that. Tiffany says hello to Storm and Erica. And Storm says hello to Tiffany. And hi, Sonia. She says hello, Amy Marie and friends. Hello, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for spending time with me. Grandma Susan says, I'm listening to The Diamond Eye by Kate Quinn for a book club. Like you, I have several books going. Your tea sounds amazing. Thank you. It's so good. I've had it several times without any honey in it because I usually drink my tea unsweetened, and it's delicious and very refreshing and sweet on its own. I just have some extra honey in it right now for my throat, but it's so good. It's definitely going to be a repurchase. This is the first time I've tried it, this particular flavor from this brand, and I'm already thinking I'm going to be needing to pick up another one pretty soon. Gypsy Wolf says, hello all. I started Homicide at the Haunted House yesterday. Ooh, I hope you enjoy that. Is that the Nightmare Arizona one? I believe it is. Let me know. But I finished that one recently, and I really enjoyed the first book in that series. Grandma Susan says, I'm also reading an arc of The Colony Club by Shelley Noble. Both are great. Ooh, I'm not familiar with that one. Let's do a little Google. Colony Club book. Apparently the Colony Club is a Palm Springs hotel. That's not what I was going for. Ooh. A thrilling historical novel about the inception of the Colony Club, the first women's club of its kind, set against the dazzling backdrop of Gilded Age New York. Ooh, that sounds really fun. And what a beautiful cover on that, too. Okay, and Tanya says, I'm reading Fondue or Diet by Karina Moss. My dad and I went apple picking and pumpkin patching. Oh, that is so fun. I'm so envious. I've tried to find apple picking near me, and there isn't any that I could find. I don't think we have like the right climate for apples where I live, but that sounds like so much fun. I do want to go berry picking though. We have some berry patches, and I would really enjoy doing that. I hope you like Fondue or Die. I actually just got approved for the NetGalley arc for that, so I really want to pick that up and read that because I love the Cheese Shop Mystery Series. Stephanie says, I liked Diamond Eye. And Grandma Susan says, just finished prepping my first crockpot meal in decades. Cooking it tomorrow. I'm so excited. Where did you find your tea? Is it bags or loose leaf? That sounds delicious. Let us know what the meal is and if it's good, because I have an Instapot that we recently got from a family member, and it has a crock pot setting. So I need to really I haven't picked it up yet because I'm kind of intimidated by it because there's so many settings on it. So I'm like, I don't know where to start. So if you have one that you really like, let me know. The tea question. I found the tea at, I want to say it was Sprouts. I found it at, but I think they sell it at a bunch of different kind of like natural or like health stores or online. And it is bags of tea. And yeah, it's really good. It's called peppermint bark, but it doesn't have like the sharpness that the peppermint bark like candy has. It has the mint with like this soft sweetness, and I really like it. It is the Nightmare Arizona book. Oh, I hope you enjoy it. I was so pleasantly surprised by that book because I'm not the biggest supernatural cozy fan, but I really, really enjoyed that. So I hope you do as well. And Tiffany, yes, tell us what you're making, Grandma Susan, because I am always all ears for finding out what people are eating and making anything with food. And Tiffany says, hey, Vestie. Storm says, currently watching X-Files instead of reading as I'm downstairs doing something. Just finished supper. Ooh, what did you make for supper? And that's funny you said that. You should say that. I just watched 2 episodes of X-Files for the first time recently, and I really enjoyed it. So my husband and I checked out X-Files from my library, and we're going to try to watch some more of it. We have season 3 right now, so if you have an episode you recommend from season 3, let us know. Ooh, you said my mom's pot roast with veggies in her memory. Great memories. That's really lovely. I like to connect like that. My grandpa used to make these deviled eggs for all of our holidays and things like that, and I have his recipe, and I like to make it as well in his memory, and it always takes me right back, and it's a really wonderful way to connect to a loved one. So I'm glad that you're doing that, and I'm sure it'll taste amazing. And Sonia says, OMJ, hey, Vestie at Beach Bum Bookworm, long time no see. I know you guys, you barely talk ever, right? And Susan says, Sonia, your outing sounds fun. Hope you vlogged. Ooh, yes. Did you vlog? I want to see the apple picking especially. That sounds fun. I agree, Tiffany. That sounds so good. I haven't had pot roast in a very long time, and I'm thinking that is now a mistake. I need to get on that. Stephanie says, finishing up one A Sorceress Calls and then working on A Call for Kelp. I really liked A Call for Kelp. I hope you do too. I'm only sad that the series ends at like 8 books, I want to say, the Seaside Cafe series, and I was like, no, why can't we keep going? Because it's so good. But I hope you enjoy A Call for Kelp. I've really been loving that series. And Grandma Susan says, thanks, Tiffany. Sonia says, that sounds tasty, Susan. Dan is making bacon. Gonna have some BLTs with the garden's last tomatoes. Ooh, that sounds really, really good. Wow, you guys are giving me so many ideas for what to have for dinner. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have, but all of that sounds delicious. That sounds really, really good. Stephanie says, finished Murder Past Stew and The Getaway with Murder. Both were great. Reading Tuesday, The Rabbi Saul read. I love Murder Past Stew and The Getaway with Murder. I'm so glad you enjoyed both of those, and I hope your current read turns out really well. And Sonia says, it was a much-needed fun day. That sounds like it. Ooh, that sounds so much fun. And you say you did vlog some, even did a pumpkin haul video. Dan was thrilled. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. I can't wait to watch that. Ooh, that sounds absolutely lovely. I don't have any real pumpkins in my house right now. I have some fake ones, but don't currently have any real ones, but I might have to change that. Mother Goose Librarian says, "Hi, Amy and everyone. Not sure if I'm starting a new book or reading one I started earlier in the month." I get you on that. I have like 3 books over there staring at me, and then I have these 2. I really should start with A Crafter Quilts a Crime because I have like 70 pages left, so I could finish this. But I'm kind of in the mood for a thriller. And then I was working on a reading vlog recently, and I unfortunately came across a DNF, and I was really bummed about that. So I feel like this is like my stand-in. Maybe this will be better. I don't know. So I might end up reading a bit of both. But I hope whatever you pick up turns out to be a great read. Storm says, "I am on season 1. I have never watched all the season, so hoping to do so this time. I seem to start TV shows and never finish them." LOL. I'm not very good about keeping up with just about any TV show. I could keep up with current Scooby Doo. That's about it. Maybe some Disney stuff, but I don't keep up with a lot of TV shows. So I definitely get that. Grandma Susan says, "Sonia, that sounds scrumptious. Amy Marie found the tea. Can't wait. I hope you enjoy it. I have really, really loved it. And it's got the most beautiful packaging, so it makes it feel very special every time I use it." Tiffany says, "I loved Get Away with Murder at Stephanie." I agree. So good. I need to pick up book 2 in that series. I have it staring at me. That's another one I should probably snag. Sonia says, Grandma Susan says, "Sonia, looking forward to the vlog." Yes, me too. I'm very, very excited for that. You say, "I love bringing natural decor inside. I have acorns, pumpkins, pine cones, and leaves all over." Ooh, that sounds absolutely beautiful. I loved the way you had your fireplace decorated in one of the videos I watched recently. It just was so beautiful. I don't really have any good leaves near me for autumn, so I have some fake leaves like on some of my bookshelves for the vibes, but I don't really have like the right type of leaves to like pick up outside. But I love that you use natural decor. And she's saying, "Thank you, Susan." How long do we want to do our first sprint, everybody? Maggie says, "Just finished reading The Haters by Robin Harding. It was so good. She wrote The Drowning Girl last year, which was also fabulous. Trying to decide what to read next." Oh, that's good to know. I heard kind of mixed things about The Drowning Girl, I think. So I was kind of iffy on whether I was going to pick it up, but hearing you say that you like it, I got to check that out. And I don't think I've heard of The Haters. I'll have to look into that. Thank you for the recommendation. I got to look into that because I think cozy mysteries are my favorite. They're my go-to, but I do like to throw in thrillers, and I've just been having the worst time with thrillers like the last 2-3 months. It's been either like absolute love or absolutely do not like it at all. Terrible DNF. Like I have had like nothing in the middle. It's just one way or the other, very polarizing. So I'll take all the recommendations. Oh, you think season 3 of X-Files was your favorite? Oh, that's so good to hear. We watched one that had like aliens in it, and I liked it, but I didn't love it as much because it had a little bit of a looser, more ambiguous ending. But then we watched one that had a psychic, and that one was really cool. I really, really enjoyed that one. I think it was one of the top-rated standalone episodes of like the whole series. So we're kind of looking into what to watch that's standalone, and then deciding if we want to go back and watch the whole season and like series, because there's like 2 types of episodes: the ones that are standalone and the ones that are like the continual kind of like plotline ones, is my understanding of it. And you say, "My fireplace was a faux leaf garland with some faux picks, but my tabletops and counters have natural decor." That's lovely. That's a very beautiful mix of everything. I think I showed it in my first fall vlog. I have a beautiful like autumn wreath on the back of my door. So every time I walk into my kitchen, I see it, and I just love that. It's very, very pretty. And you wrapped the garland in white Christmas lights. Ooh, That just sounds so beautiful. I want to come over and look at it. Grandma Susan says 45 minutes seems to work well, but anything is fine with me. I'm good with 45 minutes. I think that's a nice, not too long, but not too short. You can really get some good reading done. Storm says, I am very hit or miss with thrillers. I don't like the really slow ones, and then a lot of times the ending ruins things. Yes, I think that's the reason I have so many like 1 or 2 stars and then like 4 or 5 stars and nothing in between because it's like the ending for thrillers can immediately just like destroy the whole book and like everything leading up to it. Whereas like a cozy mystery, if I don't love the ending, I feel like there's other things that are very redeemable. Like maybe I love the setting and the characters and the community and like the other cozy aspects. So it kind of keeps it usually at a 3-star or higher, unless it was particularly something I didn't like. But thrillers can just absolutely like one page and it can just completely blow up the entire book sometimes. So I completely see where you're coming from. Melissa says, I just started reading Pumpkin Spice and Poltergeist. Hope it's good. That sounds fun. That sounds like a perfect, I don't think you could get a more perfect read for this time of year. Oh, hello. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You're welcome anytime, though I'm a bit of a drive. Yes, if I ever end up out that way, though, I definitely want to. That would be so much fun. Remember to hydrate and like the hug button. Absolutely get your tea, get your water, well, it might be a little late for coffee unless you're somebody who doesn't get affected by caffeine, but get your favorite cozy beverage. You say, I'm a scaredy cat when it comes to thrillers. I can't do horror. Horror is where I draw the line. In fact, I want to read Frankenstein, but I'm not sure if it's going to be too scary. If any of you have read Frankenstein, is it really, really intense? Like if I can read thrillers, will I be okay? Or is it like a true horror? Because I'm not sure. But I definitely get that. I can't watch anything that's like a scary movie. If it's visual or there's like music that's scary, it gets my heart rate going too fast. Esther says, I just started The Guest List by Lucy Foley for book club. I hope you enjoyed that. That was my first Lucy Foley and one of my first ever like contemporary thrillers, and I really, really enjoyed it. Linda says, all right, you have all convinced me to put off my other tasks and read with you, at least for a little bit, reading Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. Ooh, that sounds like a really good one. I gotta look that up. But yeah, have fun with us. Play hooky for a little bit. Let's see. Christina says, hot apple cider. That sounds absolutely delightful. Ooh, I love going to the stores now and seeing all of the seasonal drinks and beverages, and I saw like pumpkin pancake mix earlier at a store, and I was just like, ooh, it sounds really good. So you say, I don't recall Frankenstein being that scary, but it's been a while. Okay. I mean, I know the general plot, of course, for Frankenstein, since it's such a big pop culture thing, but I've just never picked up the book, and the back had described it as a bit of a horror, and I was just like, ooh, okay. I didn't realize it was so intense. I thought it was more of a, I don't know, scary like setting and vibes, but we'll see. Melissa says, no thrillers for me, book or otherwise, but I like watching Buffy, and now I'm into watching Grimm. Ooh, okay, so I'm familiar with Buffy. I haven't watched Grimm, though. I'm not sure what that's about. Is that like Grimm's fairy tales? Or is that a different thing? I'm not sure. Storm says, I thought Frankenstein was a bit boring. Okay, well that gives me some hope that maybe I can make it through. Erica says, what is your favorite thriller? Ooh, okay. That's a hard one. I've made some videos, so that would definitely be like my recommendation because I have like a bunch on there. But I would say, ooh, I really love His and Hers and Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Both of those are absolutely like my jaw was on the ground with some of the twists for those. So those definitely stand out to me. I really liked Look in the Mirror by Catherine Stedman. I read that in the last like month or two. I really enjoyed that as more of a summer thriller. That one was really fun. I like Ruth Ware a lot. She can lean a little bit more mystery than thriller, but The Turn of the Key and The Death of Miss Westaway were really good, like kind of like gothic, scary isolation vibes, which I really like. So those are some that I would, off the top of my head, recommend as some of my favorites. Like when I think back, those are some that I really like. Let's see, Christina says, hi, Sonia. Hi, Kay. Hi, Storm. And Tiffany says, I'm the biggest scaredy cat. I always make the joke that my level of scary is It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I'm there with you for anything that's like TV or movie. I don't do anything remotely scary. I watched one Stephen King movie in high school, and that was a mistake. That was a big mistake. I will not return. Books are a little bit better as long as I'm reading them earlier in the day. I can't read a thriller before bed, but nothing scary on the TV for me. You said Grimm, the TV show, was good. It's the darker side of the Grimm tales and a police show. Ooh, that sounds good. I gotta look that up. You say, hi, Tiffany. Melissa says, yes, I think it's off of Grimm's fairy tales, but I'm not sure. It sounds interesting. I gotta look into that. Sonia says, I loved Frankenstein. Okay, good to know. I'm very excited to read it. I'm just, the illustrations, because I have an illustrated edition, are very spooky, so I'm a little bit like, ooh, okay, we'll see how I do. Grandma Susan says, Tiffany, I'm right there with you. Absolutely. And Tiffany is saying hello to Esther and Christina and everyone coming in. Yes, I feel the same way. So thank you all for joining me. This is just, I've been looking forward to this all week. So I'm so excited to be here. We'll start our sprint in just a moment. Esther says, hey, Tiffany. And I'm not sure how to put that into words, but a very cute heart, excited face at Grandma Susan from Tiffany. And Storm says, I have enjoyed all of Alex Finley thrillers so far. Yes, I just read my first one by him. And it has like, what is it called? It's got like a white envelope on the cover, I think with blue text. And it's about this man who, when he was like a teenager, him and his girlfriend were in the car and she disappears, never to be seen again. Like nothing is found of her. No one can trace her. And then years later, her car is found and there's like a letter in it. And what is that called? Oh, that's going to bother me when I can't think of a title that bothers me. Let me Google that really quick. Oh, If Something Happens to Me. So that was his release this year. I really enjoyed that. You say you liked Grimm when it was on. Esther says, I was on a blind date when I saw the movie Carrie. Oh, how did that go? I've never watched that. I don't think I would do very well to that. But I know the plot for it, and it's pretty intense. Actually, funny enough, my first date to a movie with my husband was a horror movie. It was called Mama. It came out when we were in high school, and I was terrified the entire time. But because we had just started dating, I was too scared to tell him that I didn't watch horror movies. I was too scared. I didn't want to be like uncool. Not that that's uncool, but you know, you're in high school. You kind of overthink these things a bit, and I didn't want to be like weird. So I didn't tell him that I was too scared to see it, and I went and I saw it, and there were all these jump scares, and it was terrifying. We made it, but it was really creepy. So you watched Grimm with our son when he was a bit younger. It never scared him. That's good to know. Melissa says, this is my first ever chat and reading sprint. So excited. We're so excited you're here, Melissa. We're going to set up a 45-minute reading sprint in a little bit. I have this cute cat timer, which just so everyone knows, it does meow at the end, like when the timer goes off. So if you hear a sudden meow, a cat didn't break into your home. It's the timer. Yes, If Something Happens to Me. Yes, thank you, Storm. So that was the one I've read. I got to read more from him. Let me know if you have like an all-time favorite from him. But I really enjoyed that, so I would like to read more from that author. Tiffany says, awesome, so glad you were able to make it. So fun to have a group to chat books and read with. I agree, because reading is usually it's a solitary activity, so it's nice to have friends and to be able to chat and break it up a little bit. Christina says, hi, and welcome to Sprints, Melissa. Yes, And Mother Goose Librarian says, I like Simone St. James books. They're scary, but not too much for me. It's good to know. Yeah, I've seen some interesting. She has some of her books have very beautiful covers, very creepy but fun looking covers. And Melissa says, thank you all for making me feel so welcome. We're so glad you're here. I'm so excited. So let's go ahead and I'm going to set up this sprint. Linda says the birds, yikes. Yes, I've read some of Daphne du Maurier's like short stories and things, and they are creepy, so I can only imagine the movie adaptations. I think I would be a little freaked out. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, I think, can everyone see our little cat friend here? Pick some fall colors for him today. And Christina says the basic premise is that there are humans and then others like the big bad wolf who is human but change. Only the grim can see the true selves and they solve crimes, mostly murders. Ooh, they're humans. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, I'm definitely gonna look that up. I think right after we get on this sprint because I'm curious to see some of the visuals for that. And then you say, yes, okay, so we can see the cat. Okay, great. I'm gonna go ahead and start our little cat timer friend. Just a reminder again, he meows when the timer goes off, so just a heads up on that front. But we're gonna go ahead and start our first sprint, and I'll be back in 45. Hello, everybody. How was that reading sprint for you? I hope it was a fun one. I went with the thriller option, and I'm reading I Can Be a Better You, which is, it's very interesting so far. Our main character's name is Fig, thus the fig on the cover. She's a very, very obsessive person. She's basically stalking this woman and kind of becoming her slowly, like replicating parts of her life. It's very unnerving, but it's interesting. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. I think this is where we finished off. Storm says, I think I liked Every Last Sphere the most out of Alex Finley's books, and Night Shift a close second. Okay, thank you for that recommendation. I will look into those because I'm not sure how many books he's written, but I really liked If Something If Something Were to Happen to Me. I really, really enjoyed that one. Regina says, good evening, everyone just getting in from a wedding. Oh, that's fun. I hope it was a fun time, and I hope everything was really fun there and you got to eat some good food. It's always a fun part of weddings, usually, is the food, for me at least. M says, hello, I'll be in and out as I'm on my way to a retirement party for my coworker. Today I'm reading Shadows of Self by Brandon Sanderson. Ooh, that sounds fun. I hope the retirement party goes really well. I hope that's a good time. I'm not familiar with Shadows of Self. I actually haven't read any Brandon Sanderson. I really need to. I know there's some very widely recommended books by him. Emily says, hey everyone, just came in since I've been out with a friend today. I'm listening to Murder in the Paperback Parlor on audio, and I'm physically reading Stolen Letters by Paige Shelton. Awesome. I have Murder in the Paperback Parlor actually on audio as well right now, and then I hope you really like Stolen Letters. I love the Scottish Bookshop Mystery Series by Paige Shelton, so I hope you had fun with your friend, and I hope you're enjoying both of those reads. Mother Goose Librarian says, I decided to finish my previously started book from scratch by Tembi Locke before the end of the month. Awesome. It always feels good to start the next month with kind of a clean slate. I'm trying to finish up I have like 3 books like looking at me that I'm part of the way through, so I'm going to try to finish those up over this weekend and maybe Monday night, hopefully. We'll see. Grandma Susan says, I FaceTimed instead of reading. That sounds really fun. I hope you had a good time chatting. And let's see, Gypsy Wolf says, this Nightmare Arizona book is just my style so far. I like spooky stuff. I thought it was so fun, and it just reminds me of the setting of Nightmare Arizona. It's like this old ghostly mining town, and it reminds me of like the Miner 49er episode in Scooby Doo and like all the old mining towns they visit, especially in the older series, and I just loved it. I think it is such a fun series. I really want to keep reading that one. Grandma Susan says, one of the many things I love about this group is all the books I learn about. I agree. I absolutely agree. I've been introduced to so many good authors and cozy series and thrillers that I never would have picked up, and so many good books. So I'm so glad for all of you. And it's just so fun to swap recommendations and to see other people enjoy things that you enjoy as well. Storm says, finish things downstairs and getting settled in upstairs for the night, so we'll probably listen to some of Curse of the Reaper. It's a horror book. I hope you have a good time with that. Are you somebody who can like listen to horror like right up until bed and be totally fine? I always wish I was like that, because I definitely can't do anything too scary before bed, or I will keep myself up. Yes, she's agreeing with you, Grandma Susan. Yes, I completely agree. I think the booktube community is just so incredible, so wonderful. It's so much fun to hang out with everybody. Linda said, I had a great time reading, but I need to head out now. Thanks. Thanks for spending time with us, Linda. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Regina says, the wedding was beautiful and the food was delicious. Ooh, that is amazing. The last wedding I went to had a taco bar. That was so good. It was such a good, like amazing. I'm not sure what, I guess, traditional like wedding food is always, but I don't think taco bars are the most traditional, but it was so good. I hope future weddings I go to have taco bars. Christina says we had supper. Ooh, I hope it was good. That just sounds so delicious. Oh, I think you posted actually taco bowls and tortilla chips. Ooh, that sounds absolutely delicious. Actually, I shared it in my Scooby Doo reading vlog that I posted yesterday. I made sheet pan nachos. So you have half of it's bell peppers sliced chips, and their half is your tortilla chips, and then you have black beans, beef, cheese, and you bake it, and then you top it with tomatoes, cilantro, sour cream, your kind of taco nachos toppings, and it was so good. And the leftovers were amazing too. I'm on such a kick right now with tacos, nachos. So good. Tiffany says, listen to my audio so I can make notes for filming tomorrow. Listening to Ill-Fated Fortune, the first book in the Magical Fortune Cookie Cozy Mystery Series by Jennifer J. Chow. Prep for Ashlyn. Yes, I really want to pick that up. Let me know if you enjoy it. I just finished the second book in her Sassy Cat Mystery Series, and I just love that one. I still need to read Hot Pot Murder, the second book in her LA one, but I've read the first book in that and really liked it. I love her writing. I'm sure it's really good. I hope you're enjoying it, but I'm so excited to meet the authors in Ashlyn, and I can't wait to meet you either, Tiffany. It's gonna be so exciting. I can't wait. I'm so my heart is gonna be going a million beats per minute because I think I'll be so excited and overwhelmed and excited all at once. It's gonna be great. And Tiffany agrees with Graham and Susan, and she says hello to Regina. See, my booked self says, just started Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. Ooh, I think I've seen that book. It's so beautiful, an absolutely stunning book. I hope you're enjoying that. It looks very whimsical and fun. See, and Storm says, yeah, horror doesn't really scare me. Most of the time I get bored. This is a slasher, so I hope it's good, but so far just in the building up to phase. That's impressive. I have to be careful even with thrillers before bed. I can definitely do cozy mysteries or general mysteries usually are fine, but if it's a thriller, absolutely not. So that is really impressive. I would absolutely be up half the night if I read a horror novel before bed. Mother Goose Librarian says, yes, for sure. I now love cozies because of the BookTube community. That is so exciting. It's definitely increased my love of cozy mysteries because I had started reading them before my channel, but I had when I started making those new cozy mystery release videos and watching other cozy mystery YouTubers, I was just like, wow, so many amazing books. And I just can't even keep up. I think I have almost 1,200 books on my Goodreads TBR. I don't even want to look at it. But I'd rather have options, so the BookTube community is just the best. And Tiffany says, yes, at the Mother Goose Librarian. And let's see, Esther says, early today I finished Boston Scream Donut by Ginger Bolton. I love that series. Oh, that's amazing. I just listened to the first book in that series, Survival of the Fritters, and I was so blown away by the ending. It was such a good reveal and conclusion, and the characters are great. I am so looking forward to continuing that series, so I'm glad that you enjoyed Boston Scream Donut. I think, is that more in the middle of the series? Because I think, is there a 9th book coming out this year, I want to say? Something like that. Tiffany says the cover is amazing at my bookself. And yes, the cover for that one is so beautiful, the Encyclopedia of Fairies one. Melissa said, I had a good time reading. Now I'm off to get my shower before bed. Have to work tomorrow and be up at 5:15. Thanks for the warm welcome again. Can't wait for the next one. Thanks for coming, Melissa. I hope you have an amazing rest of your evening. Have a relaxing shower. I hope you get some good rest. And yes, Tiffany, I completely agree. With the reading horror before bed, I would absolutely be scared out of my mind. It would not be good. Mother Goose Librarian says, loved Emily Wilde, need to get to the second book. You know it's a good author when you want to get to the next book so badly. How long do we want to do our next sprint, everybody? Regina says, hey, Tiffany. And let's see, Glenda, it looks like she's jumping out. She says, hi, Amy Marie, I have a shelf just for your Rex. That is so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. I'm trying to put that into words, but that means a lot. Thank you. I need to go through and sort my Goodreads. This is a good reminder because I bet there's books that I could probably eliminate from those shelves, but I need to actually face the giant list that is on my Goodreads right now and get it sorted. That would be That would be good. I thought I would help myself out by having a next in series category where I put all of the books that are next in a series that I'm currently like reading and enjoying. Except now I'm in so many cozy mystery series that everything is just it's going crazy. I think my Goodreads has exploded, but I'm gonna have to get that under control. M says the party I'm going to is having a taco bar. Ooh, that sounds absolute. Oh, I'm so envious. That sounds amazing. I hope you have the best time. Eat a taco for me. That sounds so delightful. I love it. Do you guys like spicy foods? Do you enjoy like a hot salsa on your tacos or like jalapenos or anything like that? I'm somebody who definitely does like some heat with my tacos. I love a good salsa, especially green salsa. Oh, so good. And like jalapenos like chopped up. Ooh, it's delicious. Tiffany says, hey at M. And Grandma Susan says, I'm good with anything. 45 to 60 seems to work well. Depends on if you need to cook supper. Oh, thank you. Thank you for thinking of me. I'm actually just going to heat up some leftovers this next sprint. So I'm good to go. So I could do 45 to 60, whatever works for everyone. Grandma Susan says, Glenda, that is smart. It's very well organized. It's a good system to keep it organized like that. I need to make smaller TBR shelves on my Goodreads because right now it's everything is so done and has so many books in it that the organization isn't really organizing anymore because they're so big. So I need to really go in and I need to make some edits to that somehow. Grandma Susan says, I can't do spicy anymore. I love flavor, just not heat. I definitely agree. I'm flavor first and foremost. I feel like I know at least one person in my life who loves heat and like hot food so much that it kind of sacrifices the flavor because all you taste is the heat. You know, if you have like ghost peppers or something, but I definitely like something a little bit with a good strong flavor and a nice like little warm touch to it. I really enjoy. Tiffany says, my Goodreads wants to read TBR is out of control. I need a book tender, like a bartender who will cut me off when I'm out of control. Yes. I need one of those too. There's been so many times I'm walking out of the library and I have like my big like tote bag and it's filled with like 15 books or something. And I'm like, I really need someone to cut me off or something because I don't have any shelf control. I really don't. Glenda says, Grandma Susan, hi, we have a lot of mutual booktubers. And Grandma Susan says, Tiffany, what a great idea. I need one of those too. Yes, let's make a petition and like we can file like a freelancing post for that and be like, hey, who wants to be our book tender here? That's a great idea. Esther says, I have found with the Deputy Donut series, I have a hard time figuring out who done it. I agree. I thought the reveal, I've only read the first book, but the reveal for the first book, I was just floored. And like just like the means, the motive, all of that, I really had a hard time putting it all together. So it was really good. And I've been told it just gets better with time with the series. So I'm so excited. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying it. Gypsy Whoop says, I have to head out now. This was fun. Have a good evening, everyone. I hope you have a great evening. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out. Tiffany says, it needs to be a thing at Grandma Susan. I can't be trusted on my own. Yes, I can't be trusted on my own. And then I watch videos like yours where you have all these amazing recommendations. And then I'm sitting there with my Goodreads tab open at the same time, just like add, because all your recommendations are so good. Grandma Susan says, Glenda, we do. It's always nice to see you. And Tiffany says, what a great idea to Glenda. M says, I'm a wimp with spice. Hey, Tiffany. And Grandma Susan says, Esther Jane, I plan to start this series soon. Glad you mentioned it. Yes, I was really impressed with the first book. And I listened to that one actually in audio on Audible, and I really, really enjoyed that. Okay, I think I'll go ahead and set up our next sprint, maybe another 45-minute one. I think I'm going to turn my camera off for a little bit because I'm going to heat up some leftovers for dinner and get some more reading in. But I'm going to go ahead and set our timer. All right, and here we go. I'll see you guys in 45 minutes. Have a good reading sprint. Happy reading. Hello guys, how was that reading sprint for you guys? I am happy to report that I am really flying through this book. So far, so good. It's very, very intense. As I mentioned, the main character Fig starts to basically embody her neighbor, like take over parts of her life, like replicate them. So it's definitely very intense. It's very, because you're reading from her perspective, so you're like in her mind. It's very, very intense, but I am enjoying it, and it's very fast paced, which is nice. But how did that reading sprint go for you guys? This was from right before we started, but Storm said, I need someone to tell me, no, you can't start another series till you read number 2 in these 10 series you started. LOL. Absolutely. I don't even want to think about how many cozy mystery series I'm in the middle of. I know that some people keep like spreadsheets or like lists of like the ongoing series they're reading, and I'm truly too terrified to do it. I am absolutely like no. Absolutely no. It's gonna I can't do that to myself. Tiffany says, yours too, your vlogs are incredible. Thank you so much. I have so much fun making them. I love to share the baking, cooking especially. It's just fun to edit them. And Tiffany says, I'm so amazed by the genuine and kind people in the cozy mystery community. Yay, us. Absolutely, I agree. I feel like I just, everyone is so kind. Everyone is so wonderful. I just want to send big, giant hugs to everybody because truly everyone I've met has been just so kind and wonderful and just interested in, recommending good books or just chatting. And even if there's differences in opinions, I feel like everyone is so awesome about it, and just enjoys listening to different points of views on things. And I just appreciate that so much. It's so nice. Storm says, I got to 39% into Curse of the Reaper and something interesting needs to happen. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, that was my experience with a book I recently DNF'd where I just was like, okay, nothing has happened. And it was a thriller too. So I was like, okay, my threshold for something interesting happening in a thriller is it needs to happen faster than a mystery. I'm a little more patient with a mystery. But yeah, I'm so sorry. I hope it gets better. I hope something good happens soon. Mother Goose Librarian says my sprint went well. I also had popcorn. Ooh, that sounds good. Popcorn is good. Popcorn is really delicious. I have this like sour cream and onion, like kind of spice mix that I'll sprinkle on top our popcorn, and it is so good. I absolutely love that. Tiffany says at Storm Reads, you created a whole readathon to work on book 2. That is amazing. That is, yeah. I feel like I think in the spring it'd be fun to do like a series declutter readathon or something where we just like tackle the series that are just like staring at us. I think that would be good. Christina says, are we hydrating? Yes, well, I am. I got another cup of tea, and this time I got, what is it called? I actually got this like echinacea lemon tea that's supposed to be like soothing for the throat because my throat's just a little rough still, and it's been really good. But I hope everyone else is hydrating because I don't know about you guys where you are, but it's still pretty hot here, and I wish I was in my long sleeve fall shirts, but I'm not. But I felt like this at least embodied the feeling of fall while still keeping me cool. And Tiffany says, listen to more of Ill-Fated Fortune. Videos are all ready to be filmed. Now I'll get to finish eyeball reading Ask Me No Questions. Oh, that is so perfect. That's good timing. Absolutely. Because you film all your videos on Sunday, right? I want to say. But are you enjoying Ill-Fated Fortune? Because I really want to pick that one up. And if you are enjoying Ill-Fated Fortune, how are you enjoying it compared to her other books if you've read some of her other series? I'm sure you probably have because I feel like every time I have a series recommendation, I feel like you've already read it. So probably. And Tiffany says she is hydrating. And Christina is too. Amazing. We all need to keep up with hydration. It's just surprising. It's so hot, at least where I am right now in the Southwest. It is still so hot. The temperatures actually went up this week. So we had somewhere it was in the 90s, and I was just like, okay, I'm absolutely not okay with this. Storm said, yes, I had to come up with seconds in September just for that, but still didn't get to enough. Oh, that's a cute name. I love that. I didn't see that readathon. Man, I need to get on it. That sounds amazing. Christina says, how did I miss seconds? See, yeah, I missed it too. Okay. Wow, that's a good idea. You could do seconds in spring. That'd be fun. Like a spring declutter. Lauren says, reading book 3 in the Tea Shop Mystery Series by Laura Childs. I love that series. I actually just picked up book 5 used from my library book sale. I filmed a book haul that I'll be posting in the next week or two, something like that. And I'm just so enjoying Laura Childs' writing. It's so something kind of sort of elegant and very artsy, and she incorporates a lot of art and history and culture. And I love her series. So I'm really, really excited to continue that series. I hope you're enjoying it. Tiffany says, I'm enjoying it, but not as much as her LA Night Market series. I think because there is some paranormal magic and I struggle with too much paranormal. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I guess it is called the Magic Fortune Cookie, mystery series. I didn't actually think about it being super paranormal, so that's a good heads up. I really liked her LA Night Market series. I still need to get my hands on book 2 in that series because my library has book 1. I didn't get book 2. I think I tried requesting it. I don't think it got approved. So I just need to grab it myself. But I really liked it. And I loved it was the main character and then her cousin. I love the duo when it's 2 friends or cousins, sisters, something like that. I just love a good duo, and I thought they were such a fun duo. Storm says, Christina, I haven't made it an official readathon, so never announced it. Okay. Yeah, Christina, agreed. Okay, definitely. I thought I missed it too, but that's a good idea. Maybe I'll do some kind of spring declutter or something eventually, just a series. I like doing my bingo TBR. That helps me out some just to focus on my physical TBR cart because I get so excited about checking out library books. I still do. And I can get a little ambitious with how many library books I check out. And then all I end up reading for a month is library books. So the bingo TBR series with my Scooby Doo bingo has been the biggest help because I made it a rule that all of the books I choose for that, except for one, I can make one exception if I want for a library book, but everything else has to be for my physical TBR cart, and that has been so incredibly helpful. So yeah, that's the only way I kind of manage my physical TBR cart, but I think it's hard with Cozy Mystery Series because some of them are so long. I just started the series by Tonya Kappas. I think it's Campers and Criminals, something like that. It takes place in Normal, Kentucky, and she runs a campground. And I absolutely enjoyed book 1 so much. But I think I was filming my October new Cozy releases video or something, and I think there's 38 or 39 or something out in the series. So even though they're shorter, than most Cozy Mysteries, it's still how am I going to catch up with 38 books? That is so many books. And she releases them rapid fire. And a lot of Cozy writers, it seems come out with at least a book a year, sometimes more than that if they have multiple series. So while that's amazing, if you like to read a bunch of series, it just gets so overwhelming as well. Tiffany says, nice. Lauren, it's an interesting series and the covers are beautiful. Have you all tried the Cackleberry series? No, I haven't. I really want to, though. It sounds so fun. And then I also recently used one of the books from her scrapbooking series. And I've been on this kick with crafty Cozy mysteries recently. So if you have recommendations for crafty ones, let me know. And I really want to start Laura Childs' scrapbooking mystery series because that just sounds so fun. I recently went back and I listened to the first book in Lucy Lawrence, otherwise known as Jen McKinley. I just found out recently her decoupage mystery series, and that was really interesting because I guess decoupage is kind of paper mache type projects, and I found that to be super, super interesting. So Yeah, I gotta read her Cackleberry series. Did you really enjoy it? Have you read her scrapbooking series? Let me know, because I really want to try that one. Storm says, I talked about when I did my September TBR. Maybe next year I will make it more official. You should. It's such a good idea, especially because I think I would imagine so many of the people who follow your channel are cozy mystery readers or people who read a lot of series. So it's a good idea because it's so easy to get excited and start a new series, but I also want to like love and read and like love on those series that I enjoy too. So I think that's a good idea. Christina says, "Oh, I'm so free." Let me restart that. Christina says, "Oh, I am so far behind on videos. I think I'm still in August. Maybe I should do that instead tonight. Maybe the boys just left for their gaming fun, and the house just got really quiet. That's nice. That is nice. I hope you have a quiet, relaxing evening, regardless of what you choose to do. But I I feel you on being behind on videos. I have a watch later list, and it's about 80 videos right now. And I'm following so many people I love, so I'm like, I can't go through and not watch these. But sometimes I get to the video like 2 3 weeks after they post it, and I'm like, I hope they don't think that I don't adore their channel. I do. I just go through phases where like I binge watch a bunch, and then I kind of like go back and forth, and then maybe I have a week where I listen to audiobooks a lot more than YouTube, so it's just I get behind. There's so many good YouTubers to watch, you know? Tiffany says 38 today, maybe 42 by tomorrow. The Campers and Criminals series on book 35. You're chasing her. That is amazing. Oh, have you been listening to them all on audio or do you read them on ebook? I listened to the first one on audio because I saw that it was included on Audible's membership. So I was like, okay, let me give this a try. And it was only like 5 some hours long. And I feel like I like the shorter audiobooks. I feel like it keeps my attention and I feel like I'm making progress and it keeps me going. And I'm newer to audiobooks, so that's been a good strategy for me so far, but we'll see. Tiffany says, I enjoyed the Cackleberry, but it's very different. Okay, good to know. I'm excited to try it though. And I recently saw this one I thought was an interesting theme. Let me know if you guys have heard of a cozy mystery with this theme before. But I really like Chris Cavender's Pizza Lovers mystery series. And that was actually one of the first cozy mysteries like I ever read. And I recently saw that he published, I think it's under a different name, but they published a soap making mystery series. I think there's only like 3 or 4 books, so the series it's ended. But I was like, a soap making one. I was like, that is such a unique topic. I don't think I've ever read a cozy with like soap making in it. And I feel like that's such a kind of unique thing. So I was like, I gotta pick that one up. That sounds so cool. Tiffany says, I recommend Cora Crafts by Molly Cox Bryan. Okay, I will definitely look that up. I'm on the biggest like crafting kick. I just picked up a quilting cozy mystery from my library. I have the Handcrafted Mystery Series by Holly Quinn that I'm working on. I'm just like all the crafts. It feels like the perfect time of year, fall and winter, like crafts all the way. Storm says, I sometimes drop by a channel, like it, drop an emoji, and go to next as I don't have time for every video. That's a good idea. I should do that because I always like, I don't know, I feel like if I leave a comment and I don't finish the entire video, then I'm like, what if I get quizzed later? And I'm like, you're not gonna get quizzed, Amy. This isn't school. I don't know. I go too much in my head, I guess. But that's a good idea. And just to show support, I like that. I do that because I get very behind. Tiffany says, I'm always behind because I follow so many, want to support everyone, and seem easily distracted by other stuff. Yes, I go through big phases where I'm like audiobooks, and I'll do that while I'm, cooking or coloring or whatever. But then some weeks it's like I have my tablet and I'll watch tons of YouTube videos and catch up. But then other weeks I just absolutely get behind. It just depends on the mood. So that's awesome. All right, so for our last sprint, do we want to do 45 minutes again? Do we want to do something a little shorter, a little longer? What are we feeling to kind of grand finale this sprint? I've been having so much fun, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me this Saturday and just getting some reading in. Oh, I have to show you my bookmark. Sonia got this for me, and it says, I love reading a waffle lot. I love waffles. And it's like one of those like scratch and sniff type ones. So it smells really sweet. I don't know if it smells like waffles necessarily or maple to me, but it just smells like sweet and yummy. And I love puns. This is like, I mean, I think if you're a cozy mystery reader, you probably like puns a little bit because otherwise you'd probably go crazy with all the punny titles and things. But it's so beautiful. I love it. And oh, I started this book last night actually, The Last Chance Library by Freya Sampson. Not a mystery, but it's like a cozy fiction. I wanted to read this tonight on sprints, but I can already tell this book is going to make me cry. So I was like, okay, I'm going to hold off till later so I can cry off camera because this book is making me so emotional. And it's about this like librarian who's very isolated socially. Like they're very extremely introverted, but to a point where they're kind of unhappy with their life and situation. And the library they work at gets threatened with a closure, and they have to bond together with the community and other library patrons to basically like try to save the library. And my heart is just breaking for this. It's so like sweet and wholesome, and it's really cozy. There is a little bit of cursing that I've come across so far, not like excessively in my opinion, so maybe not true like perfect definition of cozy, but very like heartwarming feeling. And it's just it's breaking my heart. I love it so much. Tiffany says, so cute, Sonia is the best. Yes, she is. She is truly the sweetest, and she has the most like beautiful accent and like the coolest sayings and like expressions. Like I just love listening to her speak. I really, really do. Let's see. So how long do we want to do our last sprint for? Sometimes it's it lags a bit on my end for the comments coming up. So I'm going to wait a minute and see if any suggestions for the time pop up. But otherwise, I could do 35, 45 minutes, something like that. And yeah, thank you for the suggestion, Tiffany. I will check out the Cora Craft series because I'm absolutely on the biggest crafty cozy mystery kick. I'm slowly putting together a list of cozy craft or crafty cozy mystery, like a recommendations video that I'm working on, but I want to get to at least 10 cozy mysteries first. So that's what I'm currently at. Okay, I have Grandma Susan and Storm both saying 45. So 45 sounds good to me. Let me go ahead and set up our cat for this. Set the time. And I will see you guys in 45 minutes. Happy reading, everybody. Hello, everyone. How was that last sprint for you? I hope it was good. I am really flying through this book. It's very, very visceral, but it is definitely interesting and definitely thrilling. So I'll take that after some of the thrillers I've read recently being a little more slow than I would have liked. So I'll take that. But I hope you guys had a good reading sprint. Let me know how it went for you. Let's see, where did we leave off? Cynthia says, hi everyone, I just got home from a girls' day. I hope you're all doing well. Oh, hi Cynthia, I hope you had a fantastic time out. Girls' days are always the best days. I hope you're doing well as well. And hello, just one page away. Thank you for joining us. Let's see, Grandma Susan says, thank you so much for the sprints. Looking forward to tomorrow through your Patreon. Thank you, me too. We're going to do some morning ones on Patreon tomorrow, and I'm real excited. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you so much, Grandma Susan. Yeah, how was the reading for everyone? I am probably going to be able to wrap up this short thriller tonight, which I'm excited about, and I'm hoping to maybe get some more of this Last Chance Library read tonight before bed. I just know it's going to make me cry. I know it. Like, I can feel it. And Freya Sampson with Nosy Neighbors made me cry so hard last time. So I just know it. I can feel it coming on. But her writing is so good, so I love it. Mother Goose Librarian says, I'm almost finished with From Scratch. It's a memoir. Awesome. I hope you're enjoying that. I've only read a few memoirs, but they usually are very interesting. There's just something to it to be able to really delve into someone's mind like that. It's interesting to see other people's lives and perspectives and experiences like that. Regina said, good, started reading The Accidental Alchemist by Gigi Pandian. Oh, I've been wanting to check that out because that's her, I've read her, what is it, Secret Staircase mystery series. I'm caught up on that, but I think that's her other series, and it looks good. It looks good. I gotta check that out because I loved her locked room mysteries in that one. Lauren says, major plot twist in my book. Same. I had a really big one this last sprint. I was just sitting there and I was like, what? So I'm glad you had a good one. I hope it sounds like it was interesting. So it's always fun when you get surprised. Christina says, I watched a couple YouTube videos, then decided to watch a movie. That sounds nice. What movie did you decide to watch? I'm still on my Scooby Doo kick, and I watched Scooby Doo and the Boo Brothers this morning, and I really enjoyed that. It's very, very campy. There's these 3 ghost Boo Brothers. They're kind of based on the Three Stooges, I want to guess, would be my assumption, and they're just really... it's just really funny. It's kooky. There's this kind of treasure hunt through the movie, and it was one I watched a lot as a kid, so it's definitely a very nostalgic one for me. Mother Goose Librarian, I loved Last Chance Library. I love anything bookish. Same. Bookish cozies, bookish books. I love all the bookish books, and I'm only 50 pages in, and I can just already feel my heart is starting to shatter. It's gonna be... I feel like the tears are gonna come with this, but it's so good. And how cute is this cover? The illustrator did such a cool job with all the different people and how it looks like shelving. I think that is such a cool design. I really, really love it. And then there's this cute little picture here on the spine as well. Christina says, and made some progress on my cross stitch. Ooh, that's awesome. That sounds really nice. Oh, and you said Jaws. I haven't seen Jaws. It looks a little scary. But I hope you enjoy the movie. Regina says you should also check out her Jaya Jones series. Her Secret Staircase series is a spin-off of her Jaya Jones series. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. The Secret Staircase series is the first and only series that I've read from her. So I didn't know it was a spin-off. That's interesting. Oh, I really, really like that. How awesome. Oh, I forgot the timer. Sorry. Hi, Jules. How are you? I hope you're having a good evening. Thank you for hopping on. We're just starting to get wrapped up for the evening, but just I'm just having such a fun time with everyone here and hoping to do these a bit more often on my channel now that I've finally figured out StreamYard, because I had like a good week or so where I was just staring at it like, I don't know how to use this. But I think I figured it out. Tiffany says, I didn't know that either. Thanks, at Regina. Yeah, that's a really interesting tidbit. I did not know that at all. Tiffany says, hello to Jules. So does Christina. And Jules says, no worries, just wanted to say hi. Thank you. Thank you for saying hi. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. I hope everyone has a really good, restful, relaxing evening. Christina says, thanks for hosting, Amy. Enjoy your evening. You too, Christina. Thank you for all your support. And I always see you popping in all the reading sprints, so thank you. And for your spreadsheet too. That is such a lifesaver. I love checking that out. And Christina says, remember to hydrate and like the hug button. Thank you. I like that you call it the hug button. That's fun. It's like a fun virtual hug. And Jewel says, I'm going to keep reading, so I'll play these back. Amazing. Yeah, I like to play them back sometimes too, especially sometimes when I'm like freelance writing and stuff. It helps like to kind of have a sprinter buddy. Regina says, in her Jaya Jones series, Jaya is an archaeologist. Her name is Dr. Jaya Jones. Ooh, that sounds super interesting. Ooh, okay. I need to check this out. Ooh. Christina says, we all need more hugs in the world. Agreed. I'm a big hugger. I think hugs make the world go round. Maybe chocolate too, but hugs definitely. Lauren says, this was my first sprint and I'm excited for more. Oh, I'm so excited that you enjoyed it. I am so excited for more too. October is a pretty crazy month for me. I have my Ashland trip coming up and some stuff, but I am going to look at my calendar and get some more sprints scheduled. I'm really excited because I'm just loving it and it's so much fun. I love talking to you guys in the comments on my videos, but it's so fun to be able to connect with you live like this. It's just a really fun time. Mother Goose Librarian says, thank you, Amy. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the weekend. I second that. Hope everyone has an amazing weekend. And Tiffany says, ooh, at Regina sounds awesome. It does. I need to check that out. I'm going to be looking that up right after we end the stream. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and check out for the night. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Happy reading if you keep reading. I hope you have a nice, restful, relaxing night's sleep. And Christina also wants to say hi and welcome to Sprints. Lauren, same. I second that. Yeah, I think we had one other person. It was their first sprint too, so that's so exciting. This is only my second time hosting sprints on my channel, so I'm still pretty new to it myself. So yeah, thank you guys all so much. I hope you all have a great night, and thank you so much for spending time and taking time out of your day to hang out with me and do some reading. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you guys all really soon. Bye, guys.